No office politics, no noisy desk buddies and no peak hour traffic. The upside of working from home. But don't get too comfy because a lot of employers say it's time to bundy on and get back in the office.
We're seeing incredible rates of returning to the office.
We need the employers to be flexible to the struggles that people have.
For many in the public service, they have no choice. In other words, they're teachers, they're part of the medical profession, they might be our first responders, police, SES, AMBOs, etc.
It was a luxury afforded to office workers to help stop the spread of COVID. Now employees are fighting for their right to stay at home.
Our members don't know why they're now being forced back to the office with no consultation at all about what this means for their lives.
It's the debate that's currently raging in workplaces across the country. Now that we're in a post-pandemic era, should employees still be allowed to work from home? One Sydney council is asking its staff back by September, while the Commonwealth Bank wants its staff back in the office 50% of the time by Monday. But that plan is now headed to court.
Productivity's gone up, bank profits gone up, everything's working fine.
Wendy Streets from the Finance Sector Union represents bank workers. She claims there was zero consultation about the back to office order, leaving employees with little options.
I think what we'll see and what members are telling us is a lot of them are going to choose to actually leave the Commonwealth Bank. We have an extremely tight market and they are feeling confident that they could walk out of the Commonwealth Bank and get a job elsewhere in the finance industry relatively easily.
The unions now asked the Fair Work Commission to step in and mediate the fight between workers and the bank to allow staff to work from home.
What we've seen in our industry is people are working harder and often longer. Part of our negotiations for enterprise agreements now is about a right to disconnect, because what we've seen is that people are inclined to work longer when they're working from home.
Then there's former Victorian Premier Jeff Kennett, who believes public servants who choose to work solely at home should have their wages docked.
They may say that if you're going to be staying at home and you're productive, then that is saving you maybe $10,000 a year, maybe more. Therefore, that should be reflected in the salary we pay you.
Kennett says he isn't against working from home, but believes there are benefits that will be lost if workforces stay entirely remote.
But the reality is there's a lot to be gained from staff working in an office, at least for part of the week.
I don't think it's fair at all. No, what are we, a communist state? I don't see any reason why. It seems draconian, actually, to do something like that.
The unemployment's pretty low at the moment, so people will shop around for jobs.
I don't think it's fair. I couldn't manage. I couldn't run a household and have kids, and school pickup is pretty early, so there'd be no way I could do a 9-to-5 job. So for me.
But some bosses aren't having to force workers back to their desks. At graphic design platform Canva, employees aren't told how often they have to come in. But with dogs allowed, yoga classes and breakfast and lunch served every day, thousands are choosing to. Head chef Mark Hanover.
The food here is the foundation of the culture and bringing people to the office.
300,000 people apply to work at the company each year, which prides itself on its office atmosphere. Chris Lowe is Canva's head of Vibe. Yep, you heard that correctly.
It is quite an unusual job title, and we really do what it says, create vibes and the atmosphere in the workplace.
A heaving office that some employers could only dream of.
I think our offices are quite full and we have to come in and make sure to book a desk so that we can sit near our teammates. Otherwise we're often an overflow area.